Well, certainly a incredible hockey game. Not surprised it went to overtime. Two teams that, obviously your season's on the line, your arch rivals. Everybody's leaving everything out there. And obviously I thought we played a really good 60 minutes. Our overtime wasn't what we wanted it to be, but so proud of our team coming back down 2-0, dig yourself a hole against that team and that goalie. You can get a little bit demoralized, but we never quit. We kept coming. Really liked a lot about our game. Thought we were a little bit tired in the third. They had a couple of shifts where they hemmed us in with some icings, and we defended hard. And I thought that kind of took a little bit of the wind out of our sails in the overtime. But I alluded to this when we played UConn on Saturday night. We took 3 icings in about a minute and a half stretch because we just we were tired and we had to defend. And that happened again tonight. And you've got to find a way to survive that. And you've got to show mental toughness. You got to have resiliency. This time of year, you don't win games without those characteristics. We've been showing those characteristics really since Christmas break, and I couldn't be prouder of our team. Obviously, our goalie was great in the overtime. These 2 guys to my left competed hard from the drop of the puck, as did everybody else, and just really, really a great hockey game. And played a great opponent. That's a good hockey team there, and I don't know if many people are surprised that BU-BC semifinals of Hockey East goes to overtime. And just fortunate and very excited for tomorrow night.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open up for questions for the players. You just get away from the microphone and state your name and affiliation for the question. Great. Anything for the players? John, Frank.
Thank you. John Powers, Buxton Globe. This is for Patrick. Could you just describe the sequence that led up to the goal and what you thought after you saw the wraparound bid?
Yeah, absolutely. I was coming off the bench. It was a good change in the ozone. I went to support Bowers for a cycle. I saw he kind of beat the man, so I decided to jump back to the back door of the net, and he tried to stuff it, and luckily it landed on my stick and went in the back of the net.
Anything else for Jim?
Thank you. Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. Jordan, at some point this has to feel like you're on life support and you feel like you've been there for a while. Now that you're 1 game away from a championship, how does it all kind of feel to you?
It's been fun. It's not obviously not a situation we want to be in, but I think our team has done everything in our power to continue to fight and do what we have to do to continue to play into the postseason. And I couldn't be more happy with a group of guys. We've been battling for a while, and to go out there and face the adversity that we did tonight, and come out with a win like we did in overtime, against a really good team. I'm not going to you got to give them a lot of credit, but I thought we battled hard tonight, and it's overall the whole process has been really fun. It's been a fun year.
Dave Souza, WTVU Sports. This is for Patrick. You guys have won overtime games in the Beanpot semifinals and the Hockey East quarterfinals. How have those big game extra frames kind of played a role into your team's mindset going into overtime today?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know. We kind of just stick to it. We're very resilient. I feel like we never are really afraid of going to OT because we're very confident, and we just try to stick to what we're doing and continue to get pucks to the net and drive wide and keep making it hard on teams. And we've been lucky enough to win 2 overtime games, so it's been working for us.
Joshvina Shah, College Hockey News. For either one of you, what was the mood like on the team after what would have been the go-ahead goal got overturned?
I was really frustrated at first, right? Anyone would be, but you got to keep playing. You got to keep doing what we were doing the whole game, and we felt that we stuck to our system, continue to play hard, that we get another one. Another one would go in for us. We just wanted to continue to build on what we did in the first 2 periods, and keep playing hard, and eventually in overtime we were able to get the one that put us ahead. So, like I said, it was frustrating, but we stayed confident and we continued to battle. And that's I think that shows a lot of good characteristics about our team.
Take one more for the players if it's there. All right, thanks guys. You can head back to the locker room. Take questions for Coach now. Jim.
Thank you, David. Jim Conley from US College Hockey Online. How do you describe this team in their mindset right now? There seems to be a resilience. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but there seems to be something going on.
Yeah, well, we don't want it to end, that's for sure. It's a great group to coach. I can't tell you how much fun I've had coaching this group. They're incredibly likable, they work hard, and we understand the situation we put ourselves in. And I'm not going to lie to you, if you had told me we'd be 20-13 and looking on the outside into the national tournament on March 16th, I would have laughed. That's not what we expected. That's not what our team expected. But college hockey's hard. There's a lot of good teams in it, and that was the situation we were in after January 6th. And since then, we've righted the ship. One of the things we talk about, we're the group that played tonight hasn't lost a game since January 6th. The 2 games we lost, Greeny was gone for the Olympics. He's playing his best hockey of his career, as you could see tonight. I mean, he's just he's playing with such confidence, and he's doing everything for us, and so we feel good. We feel good. Our goalie played great at key times tonight, and to give up a goal that early in the game, before people are sitting down and before guys are strapping up their helmets, that's demoralizing, and I thought we reacted to it that way. You could feel it on the bench, but we weathered the storm, and I thought we started turning on as the first period went on, and then we give them a goal, go down 2-0, and all of a sudden you're thinking, well, Wall's in net, it's semifinals, BUBC, but boy, do we show some grit and some toughness and some resiliency to be sitting here right now and being able to play tomorrow night.
Matthew Martin, Daily Free Press. In what ways has Jordan Greenway improved since the Olympics?
Well, I think when you go play in a tournament of that magnitude, you just come back with such a different level of confidence. I've said this a lot about Jordan. He's, you look at him and you think he's got a lot of swagger and a lot of alpha male in him, and he doesn't. And I think throughout his career at BU, he's become more confident in himself. He's believing in himself. And I've never seen him more dialed in, and I've never seen him more confident. And that's a great thing for us.
Anything else for Coach? Kevin?
Just one more. Gary Santinello, New York Times. When he came back, when Jordan came back, for the rest of the players, was it almost like getting a new player, and that, hey, we've got a reinforcement coming in here, and we're already starting to piece things together?
Yeah, when he left, I think we had won 8 or 9 in a row. So we had that feeling when he left, and then we went 1-2-1 when he left. And not only is he a great player, he's got such a gregarious personality. He's a guy you want to talk to and you gravitate to in the locker room. So, the minute he walks into a room, people notice. When you're 6'5", 230 pounds, and you look like a movie star, people notice who you are. So he's got that ability to own a room, and he certainly has a big ownership in our room. That's for sure.
Josh Finish, College Hockey News. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think almost all of this group, if not all of them, haven't been in a situation where they're going into the Garden and they need to win to get into the NCAA tournament. I believe so. So what's it that been handling that with the team? Is it something you talk with them about, or are you kind of not thinking about it and just win?
We have not mentioned that once, other than you. I talk about it because you talk about it, but that has nothing to do with tomorrow night. It has had nothing to do with our preparation coming into the playoffs. You got to block that stuff out. You got to focus on getting ready for your opponent, and you can't let that stuff creep in, because all of a sudden you start getting distracted, or you're not doing the things that you need to do to win the game in hand. And we have not mentioned it once, and I can promise you I won't mention it between now and 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
One more for Coach if it's there. All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.